It is a beautiful, beautiful sunny May morning. I cannot begin to tell you how beautiful it is here in Florida. Of course, I'm on the West Coast. It's nice breezes, beautiful sunshine, blue skies. So, good morning, everybody. First of all, of course, I'd like to say good morning to Grey Eagle, who is standing to my right side. And I'd like to say good morning to Chris. Where are you, Chris?
Good morning, Rosemary. I'm in Vermont.
Do you think you will ever actually be able to say, good morning, Rosemary, I'm in Florida? What do you think?
Well, I think if I am, I'll be sitting across from you, won't I?
You probably, or you'll be sitting next to me on my sofa.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So, yes, the spirit world sees all. We have been so busy over the last few days. I don't know if any of you saw my little cooking show. I was in my kitchen with my daddy, with Grey Eagle, and amazingly and surprisingly, my brother came to visit. And I don't often see him, but he was there too. It quite took me by surprise as we were making our delicious cream cheese. You'd think, oh, well, what's nothing unusual about cream cheese. This is Rosemary's cream cheese, everybody. It's a very different, a very delicious flavor. And I use like a mixed spice, a part in part of the recipe. It's called now, who knows how we say this, Bamond or Bamonde. I never quite know whether you should pronounce that E on the end. But somebody said, how do you spell it? I've looked everywhere for it and I can't find it. Well, if you can't spell it, then you won't be able to find it. It's going to spell it for you. Beau, as in a bow, as in a, well, it's good. And Monde or Monde, Monde. And you can find it on Amazon very easily, or you can go into the nearest Walmart and find it actually. Anyway, that's that's that out of the way. You may have seen me. What else have we been doing? Oh yes, we did our Motivational Monday on Monday. We did our healing, a beautiful healing session we did yesterday afternoon. And I don't know about anybody else who was watching, but boy, I felt so much better. I really actually could have gone to sleep after the healing session. It was so relaxing, so beautiful. And we were talking about anxiety and how to deal with anxiety and stress. So if you didn't get to see it, you can always find it somewhere. Where would they find it, Chris?
I always go to YouTube, your YouTube channel, because everything that you've done over the years is there.
Okay, so
And
you
I
just look
can
for.
absolutely put the link into the chat room.
Okay, well, if you could do that, that would be brilliant. And what else have we done, Chris? Because we've done something every day this week. What have we done? What else have we done?
Well,
We
if you go back to Sunday, you had your thought of the week, right?
Yes.
It was about ripples. And then you did your Rosemary Altea in the kitchen. Then we had Motivational
Oh,
Monday. We
which
did,
was so fun, and I had to really be careful not to eat too much cream cheese. It is really delicious, but you make good food, and then you just want to eat it, don't you? And then you start to get bigger and bigger and fatter. Keep going, yeah. Then Monday we had Motivational Monday, right?
right. And you talked about weight.
I
So that
did.
would be a great one for people who are
Yes, I
eating
did.
too much cream cheese to go back to.
um,
Tuesday was off the cuff stuff.
yes, we did. That was so much fun. I really enjoyed the off the cuff stuff, and I don't know. I've not spoken to Chris yet, everybody, but we might be doing some more off the cuff stuff today, maybe later. Who knows? Watch for us because we'll be popping in and out. And yesterday was the healing day, right? So we're doing something every day because, for those of you who are new, for those of you who only just decided to find out about me or you never heard of me before, but you're looking me up or checking me out, uh, to this month, should I say this month, the month of May, is the 25th anniversary of the first publication of the Eagle and the Rose. Of course, it's had many publications, but Still going strong after all this time. After 25 years, people are still looking for the books, people are still reading the book, people are still discovering it. It's amazing, really, quite amazing. But on the 19th of May, that is the official publication day of The Eagle and the Rose. On the 19th of May, it will be the exact 25th official first publication anniversary of The Eagle and the Rose, and that is, I think, something to celebrate. So we're celebrating because in so many different ways. We're doing something every single day, and I'm very excited. I know it's Thursday. We've got what, 2 days to go? Friday and Saturday. Saturday morning, do we have a treat for you on Saturday morning? We will not be doing our story time on Saturday morning because we will be doing our webinar, and I think there are 1 or 2 tickets still left out there. If anybody would like to go to my website, rosemaryaltea.com, you can click on, it tells you where to click on it. Or if you don't know where to click on it, or if you don't know how to do it, just email me, Chris, Kris, at rosemaryaltea.com, and Chris will tell you how you can get a ticket if there are any left. But we're going to be talking to the dead, who we don't believe are dead at all. You know that. You know that I know that, right? We're going to be talking to people in the spirit world. I'm going to be giving messages. We're going to be exploring the spirit world, and I'm very excited about that because this will be my first full 3-hour webinar of giving messages. I should be exhausted by the end of it, but should be really, really fun. It's a bit like when, I used to do my we'd call them evenings with Rosemary because you never know what quite to call them. But the evening with Rosemary is, we used to do them all the time, and people would come and buy tickets and so on, and then I'd go through the audience and people would ask questions, and then I'd give them messages. If they were really, really lucky, we'd give them messages. So that's what we're going to be doing online on Saturday morning for, I think, probably the first time online like this. So I'm excited about it, and I'm going to be working very hard, and of course Grey Eagle's going to be helping me every single step of the way, because without him, you all know I can't do it. So that's what we're going to be doing on Saturday. So we're really excited about that. Tomorrow we have a very unusual happening. We have a very unusual thing going on, right, Chris?
I absolutely can't wait for this. Your powerful and inspirational exercise of the bottom brick. It's one of my favorites.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, do they?
No, but they're going to have you tell them.
Oh, they are? All right. Well, we all of us have issues, don't we? And so many of us don't even know where those issues began or how they began. A lot of people find it difficult to express themselves. A lot of people find it difficult to say, I love you. A lot of people find it difficult to share and to share their emotions. A lot of us are closed up. We hide behind a wall, let's say. We're trying to protect ourselves in whatever way we can. So many. And I was talking to a young lady yesterday. She would have been perfect on this show. I was talking to a young lady yesterday who literally has had issues, and when we talked about it, and I was asking her, well, what was the first memory you had of that little drop of poison, I call it? What was the first memory that you had of being made to feel less, or being made to feel less than? And we did my exercise. I decided, this is a good opportunity for me to do this exercise with her, and watching her face and watching her change as we did the exercise, and watching her as I talked her through her discovering what was going on and why she was the way she was, and why she had all of these anxieties and insecurities, and finding the reasons why. And she, like so many people, had we think to ourselves, yes, I need to get over this, I need to deal with this. But you don't always know how. It's like somebody like myself, let it go, leave it alone, let it go. Well, what if you can't? It's like me saying to somebody, make a chocolate cake, but I don't give you the recipe for it. So what is it that makes us reserved or anxious, or what is it that creates these issues with us, these feelings of insecurity? And you cannot get over something like that. You have to face it. You have to find that seed. What was the first little seed of doubt? How was it created within you? What was that first little drop of poison? And who put it there? And this exercise isn't about pointing the finger or judging. If we had lousy parenting, it's not about judging the parent or saying it was her fault because or his fault because. It's not about judging. It's just about becoming much more aware, much more able to find the awareness within your own self as to how you reacted and how you held on to these things, and so on and so forth. So Chris asked for volunteers. We've had a lot of volunteers, so thank you very much. We have a lovely lady coming on in the morning. Her name is
Josephine.
Josephine. Her name is Josephine. I've never spoken to her before, never met her before. So we're going to try with Josephine, who has some issues. I'm not even sure I know what they are actually, but you've been dealing with her, right, Chris? So I try not to get involved. I try not to get involved until we're going to be talking. She's going to be on with me tomorrow morning at 12 noon, I do believe, Chris.
Exactly.
And so we're going to be talking to her at 12 noon. I don't know if I'll be able to help her or not. You all won't know if we'll be able to help her or not. But you'll be able to sit and you'll be able to witness the process of being able to help someone, to look inside of their own self, of being able to guide them, steer them very gently. This is not about me talking to the spirit world, but it is about me working with Grey Eagle and learning about this lovely lady and her being able to learn about her own self and to discover the root of the problem that we have. It's a little bit like weeds, isn't it? If we pull the weed out, but we don't get all of the root, the thing is going to keep growing back and growing back. We have to get to the root of the problem, and then we have to stamp on the root, kill the root, poison the root, whatever it is that we have to do with that root. We have to find the root of the issue. And once we've found the root, we can yank it out, no fibers left, nothing left of it, get rid of it. And it's only when we can get rid of the root of our problem, the root of our issues, that we can actually face them, realize what happened. It's only then that we're able to move forward feeling stronger and more positive and more powerful. So every Friday through the month of May, we have a volunteer who is going to put themselves in my hands, I suppose. And we're going to see if we can discover the root of the issues and see what we can do about killing the root. I think that pretty much says it, right, Chris?
It does. And I'm so excited for these people. They're brave, they're courageous to come on camera with you. They're
Yes,
brave to face things that they haven't faced their whole life.
I think
But
so.
oh, if this works, what a
I'll be
transformation.
gentle. I promise I'll be gentle. I'll be nice, I'll be gentle. And of course, you'll all be witnessing. Uh, there are no guarantees. I cannot guarantee I'll be able to do this. And I cannot guarantee that I'll be able to help. But I can guarantee I'll try my very best. And being able to witness the process, again, it's another way of you being able to see, all of you out there who have never been to see somebody like me. It's a way of being able to see, as a teacher, what I'm going to be like, if I'm going to be successful. And even if we cannot get to the root of the issue tomorrow, I shall still be hopefully working with this lovely lady off camera, helping her. If we can't do it tomorrow, I won't say, oh well, that's it then, see ya. I should be helping her, working with her a little bit to see if we can get to the root of the issue and see if we can get it dealt with. When people come to see somebody like me and they come for a consultation, they come, for whatever they come for. What have I been? I've been a healer. I've been a therapist. I've been a psychiatrist. I've been all these things rolled into one in doing my job. And when I think these are the tools that I use to help people, to guide people, to steer people, to help them to find who they are, and then hopefully to help them find what their goals in life can be. So we'll see what happens. Chris.
So you have all kinds of people on this morning, Rosemary, and everybody seems to be in such an uplifted and joyful mood. It's wonderful to see in the chat room.
Great, great, great. We love it. That's what we're trying to promote. We're trying to promote joy, and it's May and it's the 25th anniversary of the Eagle and the Rose. Can you believe that I'm that old? Can you believe that actually longer than 25 years ago, probably 30 some years ago, when I first started scribbling and making notes and writing my stories, handwritten stuff, can you believe that after all this time, this book is still treasured by so many people? It is still inspiring to so many people. I feel what a fantastic, fantastic achievement that is. Chris.
Well, Carolyn's on. She's saying, "Good morning. This is a wonderful May today. I've been singing the rainbow song and feeling joyful."
Great. Well, you know that I love the rainbow song. And I use the rainbow song in my healing, and I use the rainbow song with I think I told a story on Storytime about our little Victoria, who definitely benefited from the rainbow song. I sing the rainbow song to my grandson all the time, and when he was tiny, he would even if it no matter how restless he was, if I started singing the rainbow song, he'd lean his head back against me, and he'd just listen and listen and listen and listen and listen and love it. And if I stopped, he'd say, "More Mosey, more Mosey." Keep going.
Sarah says, "I tried your secret sauce, sour cream and sweet chili sauce and Worcester." So I think somebody must have your
You must have
either
the recipe
recipe
then, because you need to know that you need to
or
know the.
cookbook.
What did she think about it? Never mind. She made it. It is the most delicious. It really is the most delicious, and it's mine own. It is my own recipe. I can remember my sister was here 2 or 3 years ago, and I made her be the guinea pig. And we poked around and we mixed around and we tried this and we tried that and we tried so many things. And then, you know how when you just know a thing, oh, that's me, right? Of course I do know a thing, don't I? When you know something, you know it's going to work. Wow. Boy, oh boy, I love that sauce. Every time I have a dinner party and I serve that sauce, people will, they'll put a little on their plate, and then they'll come back for a little more, and then they'll come back for a little more. And I watch as the thing goes down and down and down, and people are eating it. And people are saying, "I love this sauce. Where can I buy this sauce?" Like, don't buy it, you make it. And if you want to make it with me on Sunday, because I'm going to be making the second course in our anniversary dinner, so I'm going to be making fish with what am I going to be making? Snapper, or no, I'm going to be making grouper. I'm going to be making grouper with the most delicious Parmesan topping. And it's not just putting the cheese on. So don't think you can just put the cheese on and that's it, because that's not how it's going to go. But I'll show you how to do it. And that's delicious. And then I'm going to make this sauce, which will take all of about 5 minutes to make. I promise you, it's really, really easy. And oh gosh, you'll love it. I mean, it's nice with fish. It's lovely with chicken. But I love to get cauliflower florets and raw carrots, stuff like that. And I use it as a dip in that as well. This is the most delicious sauce you're ever going to take. Let's get off the cooking show, shall we? Chris, let's
Well,
go.
let's stick with that for one extra
Oh,
minute.
really?
Remember yesterday you offered for Mother's Day, since Sunday is Mother's Day, to
I
do
did.
something? Did you want to say what that was?
Oh, sorry. You waited for me. I was waiting for you. Yes. So Sunday is Mother's Day, as we all know. So if any of you out there have a mother who you would like to me to wish Mother's Day to, if you can send in your name, and you don't have to give me the whole details, just your first name will do, and the name of your mummy. And if you'd like, throughout my cooking show, I will say, and Kay sends love to her mother, Joy, so on. So if you would like your mummy to sort of get a happy Mother's Day from me, please feel free to write in. And again, Chris, Kris, Chris at rosemaryaltea.com. Make sure you put in the subject line Mother's Day, and I'm happy to, wish anybody a Mother's Day. If our little Abby out there, she's probably not watching, that lovely little artist of ours, Abby, if you're listening, or if you get a chance to listen to this, if you'd like me to say Happy Mother's Day to your mummy, just write into the email. Give us a little nod and a wink. So anyone with kids out there who'd like me to say Happy Mother's Day to their mums, I'm happy to do that too. Is that it, Chris? Do I need to say any more with that?
No, that works.
Okay.
Patricia is on from Italy.
Hi, Patricia.
Dear Rosemary, I am Italian. I would like to know if there is a message for me. Thank you.
No, not right now. You could always join our webinar, Patricia, on Saturday, when we should be giving messages, but not right now. But thank you for watching. I'm so thrilled that you're watching.
Agnes says, good afternoon from the Netherlands to you both.
Hi, Agnes.
Beaumont looks delicious. I'm going to try. Thanks for the secret ingredients.
You're welcome.
Cheryl's.
You know what I want? I want you all to try, but then I want you all to tell me what you think.
Cheryl's chuckling in the background when you were talking about Saturday. She says, I hope we get bathroom breaks on Saturday.
Yes.
Since it's 3 hours long.
I shall need a bathroom break. Does that mean you're coming along? Does that mean you're joining us? I'm so excited. Of course, we'll probably get a couple of bathroom breaks. I wouldn't make you sort of jiggle about. I wouldn't want you to pee your pants just because we didn't have bathroom breaks. You might pee your pants for other reasons, but I wouldn't want you to pee your pants because you were desperate for the bathroom and we didn't give you a break. But I am going to suggest to everybody who's going to be joining our webinar, please make sure you go to the bathroom before we start, as will I. And I promise, yes, we'll be having a couple of bathroom breaks. Of course we will.
Well, not only that, Al and I will be in the background. We'll be in the chat room. And what I would advise everybody is make sure you tell people you don't want to be disturbed during those 3 hours, and have the background in your camera set, because you're going to come on live with Rosemary. You'll be on camera. And even if you don't get a message specifically toward your situation, you're most likely going to get a message from somebody else's, because that always happened when I attended.
Yeah, you'd hear somebody else's message and you'd think to yourself, oh my goodness, that definitely applies to me. Yes.
Christine's wondering.
Are you excited, Chris, about Saturday? I'm excited.
Well, if I were coming as just, a participant, I would be absolutely more than excited. But I also feel the pressure to make sure this goes well for you and well for all the attendees. So I've got a mixed feeling to it. So,
and just remember, everybody, you see someone on stage, you see someone in the limelight with the cameras on them. You see me sitting here. Do remember, please, that you cannot sit on a stage, or any stage, if the stage has not been built, and usually by other people. So, I always say, I might be the one that the camera's on, but there are a whole lot of people working behind the scenes who we should always remember, because without them, we can't do it. But I said to Chris, if the worst comes to the worst, what, we have nothing to lose. So we're not going to worry about what can and can't happen that is negative. We're going to just keep going forward. And I do think also, Chris, when people go to webinars like that, they're fully aware that, you know, there are hitches in the background, and we, you know, people don't always, you know, sort of the event doesn't always run smoothly. I don't think we've had too many problems and too many issues, but I think people are very respectful of the fact that everybody working in the background here is doing the very best that they can. So I just think it's really exciting.
Oh, I'm so excited just for people to get messages, because I always have tears streaming down my face at either the message or the transformation in the person. It's just so exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right.
Christine's wondering, how many tickets do you sell for your webinars?
We try. Um, we try to make we don't have huge webinars because how can you get to 1,000 people in 3 hours? You just don't have the time. We try, it depends on the webinar as well, let me say. So some webinars are a lot bigger than other webinars, but we're looking to sell no more than, I'm going to say, 70 or 80. We shall be doing this type of webinar again in the future, so other people will have a chance to experience it. We're just not sure when in the future that we're going to have these opportunities, but we try to keep them as small as we possibly can.
Gianna asks, Dear Rosemary, I'm from Milan, Italy. Let's see.
I love
2
Milan.
years 2 years ago, my mom passed away. That day was the last time that I went to the cemetery. Since then, I haven't gone to the cemetery because I feel a big sorrow in my heart. My brother Julio is there too. I want to ask of you, do you have a message for my loved ones? And ask them if they want me to go to the cemetery. Thank you very much.
Well, first of all, thank you for joining us, my darling, and I'm so sorry for your loss. However, your family, and Gregor is giving me this message here from your family quite clearly, they're not in the grave, they're not at the cemetery. And I say this so many times, I've said this over the years, hundreds, if not thousands of times. You know, those of us who visit the cemetery, I know we do it out of respect and we do it out of care and love. But if you're going to the cemetery just simply to have a conversation with a loved one who is there, who you think is there, not going to work, because this is what happens. Your loved ones in the spirit world, when you go to the cemetery, they walk along with you because they're there with you. They're by your side. They're not in the ground. Their body, their physical body might be there, but they are not in the ground. So we buy our flowers and we trot off to the cemetery, and our loved ones go with us, and we lay down the flowers and we say what we have to say to our loved ones, and then we walk away and we leave the flowers behind, and we walk away, we go home, and our loved ones in the spirit world, they walk away too, and they come home with us. And who gets the flowers? Nobody gets the flowers. So here is the message for you, my lovely. Buy flowers, put them in a vase, buy our photos, and enjoy the flowers, and we'll enjoy the flowers with you. But we are not in our grave, we are right by your side. So that's something for everyone to think about. Chris.
Cheryl says, I just found out that the doctor who treated me at the burn unit passed suddenly this past June. So many were blessed with his healing here in this world. He was only 54.
Oh, gosh. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. You know, I had the privilege a few days ago of talking to a woman who not recognized really by anyone, on this earth for doing the work that she did. She works with the bereaved. She worked with families, helping families to deal with loss. She put herself out there. She went above and beyond what was normally expected, and then after 33 years of doing this, then she was she was let go, and feeling lost and feeling that she wasn't appreciated, and she probably wasn't. But those in the spirit world knew her. They knew what she was doing. I've never had so many people in my living room from the spirit world, ever, except on this one particular occasion when all of her patients, all of the people she'd helped, it was like, I couldn't believe the crowd in my living room, the crowd of people in the spirit world who wanted to come to her and say to her, you were our angel. And so, I think that this lovely man you're talking about, I'm sure that he has been recognized by God, by his angels, by his loved ones in the spirit world, and I am sure that they will welcome him with open arms, and he'll be fine. We don't think, this show, we call it The Spirit World Sees All, and there's no accident. We often don't realize how much the spirit world sees. We often don't realize, that there's so many are watching us and watching over us, and so we, for our good deeds, I do believe that we are recognized. We maybe don't get the pat on the shoulder and the good job, well job done from those who are here with us. But we are recognized, I think, by our loved ones in the spirit world and by our angels. Absolutely, we are. Chris.
Antonella is on.
Good morning.
Dear Rosemary, I'm Italian. I want to ask if you have any message for me from my dear Mammy and my brother. Thank you.
I don't at this moment in time, I'm afraid, Antonella, but you know that they're around you, don't you? You know that they're with you and they're watching you and watching over you. Chris.
Wendy says the bottom brick is hard, very hard, but so worth it.
Hi, Wendy. This must be our Wendy, our student who, oh yes, the bottom brick can be tough, it can be hard, because you've got to look and you've got to really be honest with what's going on with you and what went on with you when you were a kid, and you've got to be honest about some of the things that happen. So it's hard on the one hand, but so incredibly powerful and really worthwhile, I think, doing. Yes, Chris.
Namashi says hi from Italy.
Hi.
Dear Rosemary, is there anyone for me? Thank you.
No. Okay, you can't ask me any more of that, Chris, and I love you all, and I love you all for asking, but right now, no, because I actually don't know what's going on here, but I've got awful sinus trouble as well. So that's not an excuse, but no, so far, no, we're not going to go there. And again, we're going to be doing this for 3 hours on Saturday morning, and if you'd like to join in with that, by all means, go to the website rosemaryaltea.com and see if there are any tickets left. That's all I can say for today.
Maggie says, I respect the bravery in this person to do this on camera and in front of people who may not respect this process or session. And Christine says, just to be open, to be vulnerable is commendable to all those people willing to dig deep.
Absolutely. And we're really thrilled. We've had quite a few people volunteering, and it is truly a brave thing to do and a wonderful thing to do. And we don't care who believes or doesn't believe. If people don't want to buy into it, if they don't want to understand it, I don't care. I don't care, as long as I can do my best, and as long as we achieve some positivity, and as long as we are able to help. I mean, that counts. That's all we're interested in doing. This is not about me or anybody else coming on with me. This is not about us proving anything. Look, people say, "Oh, I don't believe in what she does, or she's a fake, or whatever." Believe what you like. I don't care. I'm not interested. I'm not invested in what you think either. I don't care if people believe. The only thing that matters to me is that I believe. And the only thing that matters to me is that if you are a person who believes that there is more to this life than we can actually see or understand, and if you believe in the afterlife, and if you believe that we continue forward, then then you're my kind of person, and I'm glad to be talking to you, and I'm glad to be helping you or answering questions or whatever else it is that we're doing here. But you know, I don't want anyone thinking that I'm doing this because I'm out to prove something, because I'm not. I know what I believe. I'm happy with that. And if you don't believe it, that's fine. Go off and do your own thing. Don't interfere with me. Just go off and do your own thing. And I don't hold it against anyone if they don't believe. I mean, why would I? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Chris.
Bridget says, "Lovely Rosemary. Last
Yes.
night I stumbled on your Larry King video with James Randi on
Oh,
YouTube. I was appalled. Did you
oh
ever get through to this poor fellow? You handled the
no.
situation with grace. Love you."
Oh, thank you. That Larry King show with James Randi, it's been watched so many times, and he's such a rude and obnoxious person, uh, and and I'm laughing a little bit about it because you try to be polite, and as I've just said, it didn't bother me one little bit that he didn't believe in what I did. He's entitled to believe what he wants to believe. But when I did turn the tables on him, and if you watch that show and you see that I say to Larry, I don't believe there's $1 million. I don't believe that he's. I think it's just a stunt of his. And the tables were turned, so to speak. He did not expect it. It was sad in a way, but at the same time. Larry and I did have a lot of fun with it. We really did. And it was a shame that when uh, James Randi was cornered, which he was, he sort of got defensive and angry, and then he got mean with me, that was not okay. And I think, when people are like this and they go on the defensive, not just him, but anybody, when people go on the defensive, you lose the fight. You've lost already because you've lost your reason. You can't reason anymore sensibly and calmly and kindly. And as Grey Eagle would say, and does say, and will be saying on the 22nd of May, I'm sure, along with so many other things that he has to tell us, as he says, your world needs gentleness. And so we must strive always to, when we're dealing with people, even with people who don't agree with us, and even those who are mean to us or aggressive to us, we try if we can. I think this lovely lady said I handle it with grace. I try to handle it with some degree of gentleness. Chris.
Rhonda says, "Rosemary, my sister is going through a divorce, and at the same time, my dad passed on. She is not doing well at all.
No.
Do you have any words of wisdom? I'm worried about her."
Oh, darling. Well, you stay by her side as much as you can. Be as supportive as you can be. I'm sure you are. Just checking in on her every day. Grey tells me though that she's a very strong individual. When she makes up her mind, she can be extremely stubborn. So I think she'll survive this. I think she'll be fine. But sometimes pain, we don't want it, do we? But sometimes it is a gift to us. And I think that through this gift of pain that she's having right now, I think it will make her perhaps more empathetic. I think it will make her realize that she's stronger than she is. And we'd love to, if you'd like to email Chris and put her name, give us her name. We don't want all the details. Just her first name is fine, because the spirit world knows who she is, don't they? But if we put her name in our healing book, we'd love to send her healing every day until she gets through this awful period of her time. And what a lovely sister you are to worry so much. Don't worry, she'll be fine. She'll get through it. Chris.
Michelle says, I have experienced a lot of loss in the last 7 months. I would love to know the rainbow song. Can I find it on your website?
Oh, we should put it on our website, Chris, shouldn't we? Well, there are lots of rainbow songs. If you go to YouTube, you'll find loads of different rainbow songs. I'll sing a little bit of it for you. Then you will, when you hear it, you'll know that this is the one that we're looking for. And it starts off red and yellow and pink and green, orange and purple and blue. I'm going to make you sing it with me, Chris. You can
Sing a
sing a
rainbow,
rainbow, sing a
sing a
rainbow,
rainbow,
sing
sing
a
a
rainbow
rainbow
too.
too.
Listen with your eyes, listen with your eyes, and sing everything you see. You can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing along with me. Red, and off it goes again. And now you know the rainbow song. But maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll sing it, and without any, we don't need music really, and put it on the website. And then if you want to go and see it and be inspired by it. But the interesting thing is, and I use this in my healing work all the time, I remember hearing the angels singing this song to me many years ago, and I tell the story in The Eagle and the Rose. They were singing this song to me. I'd just put my head on the pillow when I heard the sound of a choir singing. And in the corner of the room, there was a choir of angels singing me this song. And the most interesting part of this song is, and this is what they were saying to me: sing everything you see. Listen with your eyes. I mean, what does that mean? Well, it means a lot. Listen with every one of your senses. Listen with your eyes. Listen with your eyes. And sing everything you see. And that's what I do. So I listen with my eyes. When I'm looking to the spirit world and I'm looking to talk to people in the spirit world, I'm listening and I'm looking and I'm paying attention. But I'm also hearing so much, seeing so much, being aware of so much. And then my job is to sing everything that I see, really just speak out, talk about, tell what it is that I'm seeing. And the rainbow, why we call it the rainbow song, is because, well, it's so much energy and so much, and you know, light refracted through a prism creates all these beautiful rainbow colors. So I'm singing about the light, and I'm singing about the colors. I'm singing about the energy of the universe and the energy of the spirit world. Let's go, Chris. Let's. Thank you for singing with me. I noticed you shut up at one point, but thank you for singing with me
No,
anyway.
but he wants to hear me sing. I think I was in choir when I was, 8 years old, but that was it.
Okay. All right then.
Judith, yeah, I can talk. Judith says, I'm looking forward to learning to cook grouper.
Oh, good. Judith is, I love grouper. And it's one of the few fish that I can eat the second day. So if I have leftovers, I can eat the second day, and I can eat it cold the second day. And some of you may be thinking, really, fish cold? Ugh. We eat salmon cold, don't we? And grouper is one of those that I remember when I made it to when my daughter Samantha was here. I made it for us one evening for dinner, and there was some left over, so I brought it out on a plate and with a couple of forks. We both dove in, and of course the sauce helps as well. We both dove in. It was so delicious. I love grouper. It's a really delicious, very light, sort of gently flavored fish. It's really delicious. Yes, Chris.
And Judith, I did get your mother's name for Sunday.
Oh, Judith, am I giving your mother a message from you? Oh, good. I'm so glad. So good. So good.
And Francina's on.
Morning, Francina.
Francina says, hi from Spain. I
Hi.
really love your talks and books. Some of them have been really inspiring.
Thank
It
you.
will soon be my 50th birthday, so I do feel really grateful and wondering if my loved ones who passed away are happy to see that I'm doing the most with my life. Greetings from Spain.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all of that kind stuff you just said, and happy birthday to you. I want to know when your birthday is. Mine is the 19th of May. Is yours a May birthday? Are you going to be celebrating with us as I am celebrating? I feel as if, even though we're celebrating the 25th year of the publication of The Eagle and the Rose, I feel as if I'm having birthday celebrations every single day. So I'm getting a really long, really extended birthday party here, which is great. But if you have a May birthday and you want me to mention you anytime through this month and say happy birthday to you, send it to Chris. Chris, I'm giving you, am I overloading you?
Rosemary, you have so many emails that come into your office. It's crazy. But we love them.
We do. We do love them. And so yes, happy birthday from your loved ones in the spirit world. Grey Eagle is wanting to say something to you also. Um, wow. So apparently you have overcome a massive hurdle, huge hurdle, in order to get to the place that you are in now and doing so well. And your family would like you to know how very proud they are of you. Okay, moving forward.
Mary says,
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Oh, no, it's not quite my birthday yet. So I can only sing a little part of the birthday song to myself yet. So, okay.
Mary says, my belief is that our names, Mary and Rosemary, are blessed and linked through God's Mother Mary, the Blessed Mother. Can
Wow.
you relate?
No, no. Okay, first of all, I was, well, actually, oh, that's a story. Uh, put this story down, Chris. I want to tell the story on one of our Saturday story times. I'd like to tell the story about when I saw the Virgin Mary in my living room. I know what you're all going to say. It really? Come on. Are we supposed to believe that? Let me tell you, I didn't believe it, and I was looking at her and staring at her and unable to speak because it was because I'm not Catholic. So for me, I I knew about Christ. Of course, I've always known that Mary was his mother, but the Catholic Church, I do believe, is the Mother Mary is the head of the church or whatever. For me and my church and my belief, Christ is, who I would celebrate. But I, yeah, what am I saying about the name? I don't know. I don't really relate to it being any more special than anybody else's. But you hold on to that thought. If that makes you feel better, you hold on to that thought because, um, well, all I know is whatever name I'm called. Gregor calls me his little flower, by the way. Whatever name I'm called by, I know that I'm blessed. And I'm pleased to hear that you feel that you're blessed too, my love. Chris.
It's so interesting that you said that, Rosemary, because as I was reading ahead, preparing for the next question, I thought to myself, I don't think I've ever heard Rosemary say that she's spoken to the Virgin Mother, Mary, and I would love to hear that story.
Well, I have to be clear, she did not come to me. So, I mean, I saw her and I spoke to her, but she came to my client. Amazing. It's an amazing, amazing story. And I was shaken to the core, I have to tell you. So I will, on one of my Saturday morning story times, I will absolutely tell that story.
All right, let's see. Wendy, yes, I will. If you send anyone who wants to send me their mother's name, just email the office and I will do that. Pina says, hi, Rosemary. I love your books and I have read all of them.
Hi, Pina.
She was hoping for a message as well, but I'm leaving that one out.
Okay.
Judith says, I am encouraged by messages to others. So she's
Good.
going to be inspired.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're excited.
Sunflower says, I just noticed your lovely pendant figures a Chinese character meaning blessing.
Well, it's actually this. I suppose this is why I'm wearing it today. I did think about what to put on this morning. It is the dragon and the phoenix, and I'm sure most of you will know the phoenix, the story of the phoenix, the mythical bird who rises from the ashes. When you put the Chinese symbol, when you put the dragon and the phoenix together, this is a symbol that's often you see in weddings, huge celebrations, and it signifies double happiness. So that is what I'm doing today, and that is why I'm wearing this double happiness, double happiness. And I will tell you briefly, I'll tell you quickly this story. I think I might have told it before. I was one day when I was in England, I'd got a whole pile of laundry. And you know how when you fold it all, towels and all that sort of thing, and I folded it all, and on the top of these towels, I had a very large wooden hanging pendant, wall pendant. Inside the wood was a jade, heavy jade, uh, um, depicting the dragon and the phoenix, meaning double happiness. So I used to hang it. I wanted to always used to hang it because it always reminded me to achieve, go forward, and always think of double happiness. So this particular day, I decided I'd move it to my bedroom where I'd see it every night before I went to bed and every morning when I woke up. So I had this big heavy thing on top of the towels. So I managed to go up the staircase. It was a steep staircase. I managed to get up to the staircase. I managed to get into the landing. I managed to get up the step and into my bedroom. And as I reached the bed where I'm going to put all of this laundry, and as I reached the bed, I must have leaned forward just a little bit too soon to put the laundry down, and this thing fell off, slipped off. I can still remember now, slipped off of the towels and sort of rolled onto its side and smashed right onto my bare toes. And the next thing, my daughter, hearing the commotion, because there was a commotion, hearing the commotion, comes running into the bedroom, only to see me holding my foot, hopping around the bedroom with my teeth gritted, saying, double happiness, double happiness, double happiness, double happiness, because I was trying so hard not to cry, not to scream. It was so painful, but I just kept saying double happiness over and over and over again as a mantra so that I would just work through it and get through the pain. It was quite funny afterwards. She was all standing in the bedroom door laughing and saying, what are you doing? Double happiness, double happiness. So that's what I'm wearing today, double happiness.
That almost reminds me of what you and I were going through before we came on the show today.
Which was?
You were trying to hear me and I was trying to tell you, and I had the button on the wrong space.
We got on before we went live, and Chris is miming to me, I can hear you, can't you hear me? And I'm saying, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. And it was ridiculous. We're going back and forth and back and forth. We switched off, came back on, switched out, came back in 3 times. And then all of a sudden I hear a click. And I say, I can hear you. She said, I forgot to switch on the button. So there was nothing wrong with the technicals. Let's hope, Chris, you do a better job on Saturday. let's hope you're thinking on Saturday.
But if people could have watched the whole scenario and heard you going, I can hear you, and I'm going, yoo-hoo, and we're going back and forth, it was ridiculous.
I know. It was funny. Right. Let's get back to it.
Mary says, my Mother's Day gift should be coming through the mail today. It's your book, The Eagle and the Rose, and I'm so excited.
Oh, wow. Oh, so I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. Mary, when you read it, don't be tempted to read the end before you read the beginning. You've got to start at the beginning. It's important. I'm telling you this, it's important. Read from the beginning. Don't go into the middle to cheat. And can you let us know uh, your opinion? Because I love it when people read that book and I hear what they have to say afterwards. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is the best book ever. So happy, happy, happy Mother's Day to you with my book.
Jennifer's asking, what are your thoughts on reincarnation? When does our loved one leave the spirit world and become reborn?
Well, yeah, I have perhaps a different idea of reincarnation than most people because I think that although some people do choose to come back here to this earth and do this all again, I think there are many, many people who choose not to because let's be clear, the universe and the many universes that are out there, uh, they're so exciting. They're there for us to explore. There's no need for us necessarily to come back here and do this all again. Some people choose to and some people don't. There, that's given you food for thought, hasn't it? Chris, keep moving on.
Michelle says, thank you for letting us know our loved ones are with us. Can I assume the same applies to beloved pets?
You don't assume anything. I'm going to tell you absolutely. Again, in the Eagle and the Rose and in all of my other books, there are stories about pets. Um, we were talking about this just the other day. I had my darling cachorro come into my well, actually, I can't remember when it was. Was it when we were doing the off the cuff stuff, Chris? I can't remember, but I had I had Cachorro here, I had Nino here, I had Rosie here, I had Feather here. Uh, we had a whole crowd of little creatures coming to say hello to me, and I love that. And you can absolutely, don't assume it, darling, it's correct. You are absolutely right. They do survive, our loved ones, our little animals, our little pets. And we're going to be very fortunate in that Marlene is going to be talking to us. We're going to be videoing this. We're going to be putting it out there for people to watch because Marlene has a story to tell about my darling cachorro, who is still and was when he was on this earth. He's a healer dog. And Maureen is going to talk about her experience with me and with Cachorro and her issue with her cancer. And so we're going to be, she's agreed to come on camera and talk to us. She wants to, she offered to do this, which is fantastic. And we love her for it. So we shall let you all know. If you are not on our mailing list, go to the website, rosemaryaltea.com. Click subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything at all, but what it does is it puts you on our mailing list, and then we send out, you'll get perhaps 2 or 3 emails a month. That's all. We're not going to inundate you. And you'll get our newsletter and we'll let you know, or just keep simply checking in with our website because we shall let you know what it is that we're up to and what it is that we're doing there too. So even if you don't catch the live shows, you won't miss, if anything important is going on, you won't miss it. And so I'm really looking forward to having Marlene on to tell us her story about her her experience with me and with Cachorro. And it's really not about me at all. It's all about Cachorro, and he takes all the credit, as he should. Right, Chris.
So Molly Molly has an interesting question. Who is Chris and how do you know her?
Is this you? Is she doing that you?
Yes.
Chris, okay, I will tell you. Chris is my personal assistant. She's my office manager. She is my nightmare. She is my, I don't know what you are, Chris. She drives me, not exactly to drink, but she certainly drives me to wonder, will I ever survive? Chris is deals with the office. She's the one who answers all of your emails. She's the one who cracks the whip and makes sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I fail her miserably. I let her down so many times, and she still keeps coming at me, and she's still supportive of me, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. I met Chris, the first time I ever met Chris was how many years ago, Chris?
2000. It
So
was
that's
in, yeah, year.
21 years ago I met Chris, and she came to one of our healing centers and watched what was going on and watched what was doing. And then what we all used to do, and I'd invite the patients, some of the patients would come along as well, and all of my healers and students would come along. We'd go to the pub, which was just down the road, and we'd sit in the pub and drink and chat and talk and have our nice social evening after we had finished with our healing. So Chris, I went into the pub this particular night, and Chris was there, and I said to Chris, "Oh, hello, you're new, right? Is this the first time you've been here?" And she said, "Yes." And I just want to tell you, and she looked me right in the eye. She said, "I just want to tell you, you're doing it all wrong." I sort of sat back and said, "Excuse me?" "Yes, that you have the desk in the wrong place, and you could do this, and this is how you should do it." And I started to laugh, and I said, "Well," I said, "Chris, let me just say this to you. If you stay around, you're going to probably at some point really wish you hadn't said that to me, because you're going to eat your words." And so that was our first beginning. And could I have taken offense? Of course I could. I could have said, "I've already been once, don't judge until you're ready to judge." But I think Chris was so wanting to say to me, "You can do this better and I can help you." So the criticism wasn't coming as a sort of a negative. It was coming as "If you let me, I can help you." But it made me laugh. It didn't make you laugh, did it, Chris? Because I tell that story all the time, don't I?
Oh, I'm sitting here cringing. Granted, my story would be slightly different than yours, but the point goes across. Yes, you do know what you're doing, and I definitely could have had my communication come across much better.
Anyway, 21 years later, here she is. She is a very fine healer. She was a student of mine, and I don't know how many years it took you to get your certificate, Chris, but would I
4.
be right in saying 4 years?
Yeah.
So she was my student for 4 years, and since then she's been my friend, and then now she runs my office. And she scares the pants off of me, everybody, I can tell you, because she really keeps me on my toes. Right, Chris.
Oh man, I don't know if I'd like that write-up of me.
Oh,
but
she's lovely. You're
it is
lovely.
what it
You
is.
know I love you. Go.
As I do you. But you know what? We're at 12. We're actually after 12 o'clock right now.
Do you want to do a couple more? You okay to do a couple more?
I'm okay to do a couple more, but most everybody wants you to give them a message.
Well, okay, today it's very hard, and it's true that sometimes I do give messages, and it's very true that I do that. But when we've got a lot of other things to talk about, it's simply, I could easily sit here and say, "Oh yes, your mother says hi. Oh yes, your brother says hello." Yeah, I can't do that because it wouldn't be true and it wouldn't be real. So when I'm giving messages, we need to be more cautious, and we need to be more thoughtful, and we need to make sure that those messages are real, not just me placating all of you. So please don't give up trying, but not today. So, all right. So, well, let's move on then. So it may well be that later on today, you never know when, we might be doing some off the cuff stuff. I think, have I surprised you, Chris? Are you ready for it?
Nothing you do surprises me, Rosemary.
Okay. So we may be doing some off the cuff stuff. Please join us tomorrow when we have this lovely lady who's going to put herself in my hands, and we're going to see if we can help her. And in watching this whole process, I think it will help you all too, because when you see how we go about this, you too can do this exercise. You too can, sort of follow the guidelines and figure out for your own selves, you know, why you have these issues, and in fact how you can deal with them. And at some point in the future we are going to be doing online classes where we can help people with just simply with this. We call it the bottom brick. You can call it that first drop of poison, the bottom brick, that first time ever that you were made to feel less than. When we get to the root of it, we can kill it off, get rid of it, and start living our lives in a positive way. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We might also be doing some off-the-cuff stuff tomorrow as well. You never know when I'm going to pop in here. On Saturday, we're going to be doing our 3-hour webinar. If you want messages from the spirit world, then you might want to think about joining that webinar. There are still, I think, 1 or 2 tickets left. Go to the website to check it out, rosemaryaltea.com, or write Chris, K-R-I-S, Chris at rosemaryaltea.com. On excuse me, on Saturday, grouper, and cookie show, and it's Mother's Day, so I will be sending messages from any one of you who would like to hear me say from you to your mummy that you wish them a happy Mother's Day. I'm happy to do that for you. Or if you have a birthday or something like that, I'm happy to do that for you as well. So again, email the office and make sure you put it in the subject line, Mother's Day or birthday or whatever it is. Just make sure you put that in there, but get moving on it quickly, because we do have to sort of have some sort of a plan, although we do the off-the-cuff stuff as well with no plan whatsoever. So I'm going to be showing you how to make this fantastic sauce, and also, of course, the grouper, which is our second course of our anniversary, fabulous anniversary dinner, 25th anniversary dinner. We are also going to again do our Motivational Monday on Monday, our healing, or our Wellness Wednesday. So we're going to be doing more healing on Wednesday. If you go to the website, rosemaryaltea.com, you'll see there's a calendar. You can click on the calendar and you'll see the times, the dates, and all the rest of it, all of the things we're going to be doing throughout this month. It won't have the off-the-cuff stuff, because as it is, off-the-cuff is, hey, just, you know, as and when you feel like it. We're just going to sort of, when the mood takes us, when the feeling gets to us, we need to do this, and that's when we're going to do it, the off-the-cuff stuff. So please, you know, go check us out. Please remember, would you share. If you have missed or can't make Saturday, on the 22nd of May, because it is our very, very special 25th anniversary, for only the second time ever, Gregel will be doing direct voice. That will be a webinar that will be so amazing and so inspirational. I'm pretty much sure I can guarantee that. And that'll be on the 22nd. So again, check with the website. Make sure that you check us out. I think that's it for now. Did I miss anything, Chris?
No, I think you got everything.
Okay, so I might see you all tomorrow. You should, if you can, try it. But if you can't manage to see us live, remember, just go to YouTube, or again, email the office and ask Chris, where can I find it? And she'll tell you where to find it. On Facebook, on YouTube, it will be recorded, so you'll be able to see it even if you can't see it live. So I may see you tomorrow, and I may see you on Saturday, and I'll see you sometime. I'm hoping I'm going to see you on Sunday, because we're going to have my apron on. We're going to be in the kitchen. I'm hoping my daddy's going to join me again. I'm hoping, of course, Greg was going to be there. I'm hoping they're going to give us little tips and things. And I will be, because it's Mother's Day, and I'm all by myself on Mother's Day, I just want to give you all the opportunity. If you have a loving mother who you would like to just say hi to, let me know. And I will join in with you, and hopefully join in your celebrating your wonderful mother. So I think that's it. So until I see you again, please have a very, very blessed rest of today, and have a very blessed rest of the week, everybody. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.